Alright, so the next edition of the Patreon submissions submitted by Kamito, otherwise known as Lancer, otherwise known as Mikhail. So we are going to zoom on in here because this one is also, I believe, is analysis. He didn't tell me to cast it in a special way, so I'm just going to analyze it. We got a nice PVT going on here. And we have a Stargate opening. Cool. This wall, this Reaper wall, by the way, it has two openings. You can only have, or you are able to only have one. Like this gateway should go like over and down one, so it's like right here, blocking this off, so that way this is an opening. Or you put this pylon right here. Or can you do it there? I do it over here. You put it over here, and then you wall off with the cyber, and then the gateway goes right here, and there's a small gap right there. So yeah, try to make only one opening. That helps out. Okay. So gateways, oracles, good. Inconsistent probe production, though. We don't want to be pausing probes to be making this. This is how much were we pausing probes there? We're also not chrono boosting, which is really bad, by the way. Inconsistent probes, inconsistent probes, inconsistent probes, inconsistent probes, inconsistent probes, inconsistent probes. We're saving up for a Nexus that doesn't need to get placed down this early. Yeah, so the Nexus doesn't need to go down that early. Maybe time-wise it did. I don't even know. I just know it's on like 54 supply or some shit like that, and like 50 or something like that. Yeah, no, 4 minutes. Yeah, you don't have to cut probes for that. You should be making constant probes and lead up to that. You can easily do that. You might have to cut like a tiny bit, like once you're literally about to place it, but not to the point where you were cutting at this, like this early. I think you end up with 16 on minerals here by the time you're making the third base. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head actually, but something around that. At least you haven't lost your oracles. Right? Five gateways, good. +1. Where's our Twilight Council? We forgot the Twilight. Oh, we're going Robo Bay. Okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. I guess.
And let me tell you that we are really changing the world as we know it. The world is not anymore the way it used to be. No.
UW Yukibo.
Wow. Thanks for the 2 months in a row, Gabe. Appreciate the Twitch Prime. Whoa. This is a massive army. And we don't really have units to defend it. Okay. That face when you need to use 4 force fields for a 2 force field wide ramp. Exody. Alright. Alright, let's go back a bit. Robo. We didn't saturate gases that early, so that means we're a bit starved on the gas. So definitely using Revelation more often to know exactly when he's pushing out would help. Also, we would have also. Did you see those 5 racks? Yeah, you saw those 5 racks initially. So at this, so okay, this is a bigger tell, or this is a bigger point of. So you see it's 5 racks pretty early. Seeing it's 5 racks should tell you that you need to be focusing mostly on defense at this point. So like you need to scout that it's 5 racks immediately, and you do pretty early. And at that point, you want to focus less on the Phoenix, I would say, and focus more on getting the Colossus out earlier. I believe, in my opinion, would be a better way to go about this. Putting Revelation more often so you know exactly what his Marine count is, so you can tell how high it is. And then putting Stasis down as well would definitely help out to delay the army as much as possible. So like similar to that to the game I just talked about with Matt, where it was the roach ship. You don't need to probe that much during it. Like I would cut probes around like 55, 60, around like here-ish. And I would just try to get out as many units as possible. Like you could be warping in right now instead of making the making the extra probes. Twilight Council isn't like ultra necessary this super early if it's this much of an all-in. Stasis definitely would have helped because he wasn't even trying to prevent stasis, I don't think. Oh no, he does it a little bit, but at that point, yeah, if you had just put down a couple of stasis staggered a little bit, I don't think he would have been prepared. He probably would have walked into 1 or 2 of them. Force fields being better obviously would have helped. You wouldn't have had to waste all that energy. And also something, since we talked about much earlier as well, the gas saturation was a little bit late here, so the gas income was a little bit delayed. So the Robo Bay and everything and the Colossus were late, and you didn't make Colossus like the moment the Robo Bay finished either. So that obviously delayed it too. You probably could have had a Colossus out by the time you were force fielding here, which would have done a lot. Just a couple swipes on this super overstimmed bio would have done a decent amount. In combination with just more units in general, you're floating just a bunch of money because you're not warping in, or you weren't warping in leading up to this either. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of things in combination would have definitely helped with this one. Even pulling probes at one point would have helped. So yeah, I think all of that together adds up to how this one ended in that regard. And definitely would have probably nice English would have helped out to defend the 2 base all-in memes.